From Chapter 8 of The Waiting Season by Elias Mwape, Peer Pressure and the Double Life. This chapter is not about one big sin. It is about two full performances, one for the church, one for the crowd, and the exhausting, soul-thinning work of making sure neither side ever finds out about the other. Elias Mwape tells you two stories in this chapter, and by the end, one of them will feel a little too familiar. Meet Enock David Banda. His parents, both ministers of the gospel at the local assembly they pastored, had given him two biblical names, Enock and David, as if naming him after men of God was enough to seal his destiny. By grade 9, Enock had become one of the most active members of the Scripture Union at David Cowenda National STEM Secondary School. He was always the first to volunteer for devotion. He could quote Scripture mid-conversation without even thinking. His classmates had a nickname for him, Church Boy, and he wore it like a badge. It all started in grade 8. One of the older boys in his dormitory block showed him a video on a phone they had smuggled in. "Just watch it," the boy said, laughing. "It is not that serious." Enock said no. The first time, the second time, the third time. But the older boys kept at him. They called him Church Boy with a smirk now, not as a compliment. They asked him in front of the whole dormitory whether he thought he was better than everyone else. They left him out of jokes. They went quiet when he walked in. Enock could feel himself shrinking. After about a week of this, the older boy came back with the phone. "Last chance," he said. "Are you one of us or not?" Enock took the phone. He watched the video. The other boys cheered when he handed it back. They slapped him on the shoulder. They welcomed him in. And Enock, for the first time in a week, felt like he belonged again. But belonging came with a price he had not counted. On Sunday, he walked into church with his Bible tucked under his arm, took his usual seat near the front, lifted his hands during worship, and read scripture for the youth devotion, as if nothing had changed. And by Monday night, he was back in the dormitory, performing the other version of himself for the boys who now expected it. Enock had become an actor in his own life. But Enock is not the only kind of young person fighting a battle that started with peer pressure. Some are not fighting it from inside the church. Some have never even seen its four corners. Sarah is 22. She does not go to church. She does not pray. She's not even sure she believes in God. And honestly, she has reasons. Don't judge her too early. First, listen to her story. When Sarah was 9 years old, she lost her biological father. Her pillar of strength was gone. 3 years later, her mother remarried. And a few months after that, something happened that no child should ever have to carry. Her stepfather hurt her deeply. And when she finally found the courage to tell her mother did not believe her. Sarah learned at the age of 9 two things that would shape the next 13 years of her life. That her body was not her own, and that the people who were supposed to protect her would not. By secondary school, she had stopped trying to make sense of any of it. And then came peer pressure, wrapped in an invitation, the kind nobody warns young women about. While the church had quietly closed its doors on her and her family had stopped pretending to care, a different group of girls had opened theirs. They had nice phones, they had money of their own. They called her sister. They listened, or at least they pretended to. And pretending was more than anyone else had offered her in years. "Come with us this weekend," one of them said. "You will be fine. We look out for each other." That is how Sarah entered prostitution, through peer pressure wrapped in a supportive community. And every time she did it, she hated herself even more. But she was not a bad girl. She was a girl who had been broken by people who should have kept her safe, and then rejected by the very community that preached grace. And now, Elias Mwape wants you to meet a third person. Let us call him S. He leads worship on Sundays. He prays beautiful prayers. He posts scripture every other day on his stories. His pastor has not been honest with God in 2 years. He sleeps with his girlfriend on the weekends. He watches pornography on the nights he does not. He has skipped tithe for the last 7 months. He has begun to feel nothing during worship. But he keeps leading, because if he stops, everybody will ask why. He is 23, and sometimes, on the drive home from church, he cries for no reason he can name. This chapter is for S. It is also for the version of S that lives quietly inside many of you reading this. So what is the way home? Elias Mwape says there is only one cure for a double life, and it is the one nobody wants to take. Confession. Out loud. To at least one person who can keep a secret and tell you the truth at the same time. Not anonymously online. Not a vague prayer at the altar where nobody knows what you are repenting of. To a real human being who will look you in the eye, hear it all, and not flinch. This feels like jumping off a cliff. It also feels, almost immediately afterwards, like breathing for the first time in years. The community of the formerly hidden is much bigger than you think. 3 key lessons from Chapter 8 of The Waiting Season by Elias Mwape. Lesson 1. Peer pressure is not about the thing itself. It is about belonging. And the moment you trade your convictions for a seat at the table, you open a door you did not know was there. Lesson 2. A double life is 2 full performances, and the fall of a young leader is rarely a single event. It is the moment the inside finally became visible. Lesson 3. The only cure is confession. Out loud. To one safe person. Not the loudest preacher, not the friend who gossips. One mature, discreet, kind believer. Pick one, and pick today. Now remember, this reel was only a snippet of one chapter. The full book, The Waiting Season by Elias Mwape, is a 40-day guide for young people navigating the silent battles of youth. Purpose, calling, patience, comparison, purity, money, loneliness, prayer, and the long, slow work of becoming who God is shaping you to be. Grab your free 10-chapter preview or pre-order the full copy using the links in the description. Share this reel with someone who needs to hear it, and keep waiting well.